In subjects that did this 2-hour-a-day, 80 Celsius protocol, experienced 16-fold increases in growth hormone.
Welcome back to Biohacking Insights. Today, we're revealing a hot secret that can literally change the course of your life. With deep insights from famous neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman, we'll show you how to skyrocket the all-important human growth hormone to insane levels with an outstanding and mind-blowing procedure. In the human body, hormones play a vital role, from how we feel, react, perceive things around us, and even grow. There are hormones for literally everything about human life. Hormones are body chemicals that carry messages or signals through your blood to your tissues, organs, skin, and muscles. Hormones can affect or alter a person's mood, sexual function, as well as growth and development. The hormone for human body growth and development happens to be one of the most important ones. It is fondly called the Human Growth Hormone, or HGH for short. The growth spurt we all experience during puberty is all thanks to the human growth hormone that gets secreted in massive quantities from the pituitary gland during that time. Seeing as how this hormone influences how big or tall we grow, it's important to know how to bring it to make your body secrete more of it, because obviously, the more, the better. In this video, we'll explore a unique method of increasing HGH release via saunas. However, before we go all into the science and benefits of increasing HGH with sauna, here's a word of advice.
A brief warning now and another brief warning later. Anytime you're talking about heating up your body, you need to be very cautious because unlike cooling down, where you have a fairly broad range of cold temperatures that you can go into before it's damaging to tissue, well, you don't get to heat up the brain and body very much before you start getting into the realm of neuron damage.
In addition, if you're pregnant or sensitive to hot environments, you should stay out of saunas. Overall, it's advisable to talk to your doctor to know just how ready your body is for saunas and what temperatures will be most tolerable for you. But before talking about saunas and how to use them specifically for HGH, it's essential to understand how the human body works. The human body is a complex system that heats up both from the outside and inside. The human body undergoes a lot of complex metabolic activities to produce energy and as well digest food. These series of processes generate internal heat, which is very important in maintaining homeostasis because reduced ability to maintain internal body temperature can increase the risk of hypothermia or hyperthermia. Now, imagine staying in a relatively hot environment. What happens? You begin to feel really hot, right? This is why Huberman says every human has two body temperatures, the inside or core temperature and the shell or skin temperature. On a typical day, the temperature at your core is always higher than at your surface. But that's not all. Your body and your brain work together to synchronize or regulate the temperature inside and outside.
Your brain is constantly sending out signals to your body as to whether or not it should heat up or cool down depending on the temperature of the shell, which makes total sense. This is a lot like a thermostat in a room, which is essentially paying attention to how cold or hot it is and then sending signals to the heating or cooling system to either heat up the environment or cool down the environment depending on the temperature in that environment.
The whole process is made possible thanks to the neurons in the skin and brain and the hormones that are released. The fact that deliberate heat exposure can influence the release of chemicals and hormones from our brain explains why heating practices like sauna can influence things like metabolism and growth hormone secretion. It's not so much that the heat does the magic. Rather, the magic happens because the body and brain work hard to balance body heat appropriately. Now you understand the whole concept and biology of heating. Let's see why saunas are an excellent choice for you and how to use them specifically for HGH. While saunas can have benefits like detoxification, weight loss, improved blood circulation, and immune function, there's a specific protocol for increasing the human growth hormone.
Everything in biology is a process. So as you'll soon learn, there is a specific sauna protocol that can allow anybody, in fact, to increase the amount of growth hormone released into their brain and body 16-fold. That's right, 16-fold.
Scientific studies have confirmed the numerous benefits of sauna use, with deliberate heat exposure improving relaxation, pain relief, and even cardiovascular health. One study published in 2018 collected data from many people who use saunas in different conditions, some once a week, some several times a week, and so on. In the end, the results were collated and a very interesting conclusion was drawn. Sauna bathing is associated with reduced cardiovascular mortality and improves risk prediction in men and women.
The title of the study is Sauna Bathing is Associated with Reduced Cardiovascular Mortality and Improves Risk Prediction in Men and Women, a prospective cohort study. This is one of several papers that clearly demonstrate that regular use of sauna or other forms of deliberate heat exposure can reduce mortality to cardiovascular events.
In other words, this paper proved that people who bathe in sauna regularly have a reduced risk of dying from stuff like heart attack, stroke, and literally other things that can kill us. Another paper considered the performance of 1,688 men and women also came to a similar conclusion, proving that sauna is vital in aiding longevity. But when it comes to using sauna for HGH, you have to consider certain factors. First, the temperature of the sauna is very important. The temperature used in the aforementioned scientific studies was between 80 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius. Huberman recommends maintaining a specific temperature range for optimal sauna benefits, but it's crucial to note that individual heat tolerance varies. To find your sweet spot, start with temperatures within the suggested range and pay close attention to your body's responses. Experiment with different temperatures during sessions, gradually increasing or decreasing as needed. Listen to your body. It will guide you to the temperature that maximizes the positive effects while ensuring a comfortable and safe experience. Remember, the key is not just following a set temperature, but discovering what works best for you through mindful observation of your body's signals.
Yes, some people are better at sweating than others, and over time, we all get better at sweating, meaning if you go into the sauna more frequently, you become a better sweater. Not a sweater you wear, but the verb, sweater. You get better at sweating, at dumping heat through the loss of water. So it's going to depend. I recommend starting on the lower end of the temperature scale, and if that's too hot for you, that you even lower the temperature further.
Another vital thing to consider about sauna treatment is the time duration. Huberman suggests 5 to 20 minutes per session. Usually, the benefits or effectiveness of sauna sessions depend on the frequency. And so going for sauna sessions 3 to 4 times per week will be a lot more beneficial than going in once or twice a week.
In this particular study, they compared the effects of people that did sauna once a week, 2 or 3 times per week, or 4 to 7 times per week. And what they saw was really remarkable. What they observed was that people who went into the sauna 2 or 3 times per week were 27% less likely to die of a cardiovascular event than people that went into the sauna just once a week.
Now, since this study was focused on longevity, let's look at another study that focused on boosting growth hormones with sauna. It's important to note that as we all age and enter into our 30s, our bodies secrete lesser amounts of growth hormones. And so don't expect the HGH secretions from sauna treatment to be as high as those secreted by your body during puberty.
What I'm about to describe is a study that found really dramatic, I should say, increases in growth hormone. But I also want to emphasize that these increases in growth hormone were not of the sort that are observed in puberty or in infants becoming adolescents or adolescents growing into teenagers. Those levels of growth hormone that are associated with those massive transformations, of body morphology, of shape, are far greater than the sorts that I'm talking about here.
The sauna sessions for this study involved making subjects undergo 30-minute sessions of 80-degree sauna bathing 4 times a day. This made a total of 2 hours of sauna per day. The study lasted a week, and subjects had to undergo sauna treatments for 3 days of the week: day 1, day 3, and day 7. At the end of the week, they measured all the hormones and how much they had changed. The results were quite fascinating.
In subjects that did this 2-hour-a-day, 80-degree Celsius protocol, experienced 16-fold increases in growth hormone. So they measured growth hormone before the sauna and after the sauna, and growth hormone levels went up 16-fold, which is obviously an enormous and, it turns out, statistically significant effect.
However, there's a catch here. When treating for growth hormone, the more frequently you do sauna, the less increase in HGH. Here's how Huberman explains it.
On day 1, there was a 16-fold increase in growth hormone. On day 3, however, there was still a significant effect on growth hormone as compared to before sauna, but that effect was basically cut by 2/3. Okay, so now instead of getting a 16-fold increase, it was more like a 3 or 4-fold increase, which is still a huge increase, but not as great as the increase observed on day 1. And then on day 7, there tended to be a 2, maybe a 3-fold increase.
The reason why this happens is that just like any other harsh body treatment or endeavor like exercise, your body learns to adapt. And so eventually, hormone secretion will reduce with subsequent saunas. So what's the best way to get HGA boosts via sauna treatments? Well, here's Huberman's prescription.
One of the key things to understand about the use of deliberate heat exposure is if you're going to use it in order to try and trigger massive increases in growth hormone, you're going to need to be careful about not doing it more than, let's say, once a week. Now, I'm extrapolating from this study. Maybe once every 10 days would be even better. But if you start getting heat adapted, it's very unlikely that you're going to get these massive increases in growth hormone.
So there you have it. For HGH Boost with Saunas, do 80 to 100 degree sessions in 5 to 20 minute sessions for at least 2 hours a day, once in 10 days. For better results, you can time your sauna treatments to coincide with workout sessions, fasting, or other practices that improve HGH secretions. Note that it doesn't matter if you use a wet or dry sauna. Any of them will produce the same result if you follow the procedures we've listed thus far. It also doesn't matter if you wear clothing or only underwear. Just focus on keeping your body surface at the right temperature. Remember to break it up into sessions so you don't overheat and damage your brain or skin cells.
So just to briefly recap, if you want to get the greatest growth hormone increases, do sauna or other deliberate heat exposure fairly seldom. Probably no more than once per week, maybe even less. And do it a lot that day. Just make sure that you break it up into multiple sessions. In the study I described earlier, they did 4 sessions, 30 minutes each. But that was just once a week.
Lastly, remember that sauna doesn't just boost your HGH, but also improves your chances of living a long, healthy life, free from cancers and most other ailments of today. It's an excellent choice to start now. Ready to start? Seek out a local sauna or spa center in your city. They're often abundant, providing easy access to this rejuvenating practice. If you're unsure where to begin, consider asking friends or family for recommendations. Alternatively, explore community centers or gyms that may offer sauna facilities. Your journey to a healthier and longer life can begin with a simple step into the warmth and benefits of a sauna. That's all for this video. Let us know your thoughts on this new secret method from Huberman. If you've ever tried sauna before, kindly share your experience with us in the comments section. If you enjoy this video, check out our next video on how to revolutionize your life with Dr. Huberman's Morning Coffee Hack.